Hello friend, this is a new generation. Boyue some time ago, the fourth generation of Boyue. In fact, the place where the shooting was taken at that time was also nearby, but the feeling of light rain made the clarity of the car, including the outline, very beautiful. Actually, from the beginning of the family's birth to the present, the design has been a very selling point for them. However, due to different time or different ideas, they all have few personalities, and there will be a slight difference. For example, the Buddha moon in the last one, that is, it is more personalized. Or younger, for example, everyone is very impressed. He was in front of him at that time, but now it has become... In one word, the tree-shaped one is Zhongzhengda series, which may be more in line with the appetite of most people. But this time, the appearance, especially the interior of the new generation of Boyue, has changed a lot. Let me tell him little by little. It is still the number-shaped Geshan in front. You can count it. There are many roots in total. There is such a device on it. And at the same time, a sense of layering is missed. Then there is the light strip running through above. If you look at it again, there are similar thoughts on this small detail above. If you look at it at night, the discrimination is very high, so this is the first point. It's just the sunshine shining down above, and the gold thread on these two hoods is still very good, including the whole outline. So in the sun or rain and dew, the vision of this car is very, very good. Everyone thinks it looks good or not, so I'll come to the body surface again. In fact, this car is in the lower part, which is such an integrated color, and then the upper part is a separate cloak color. The whole upper part is a high amount of black stream, including part of it. It looks very beautiful. I think the most refined design is these lines of the whole waistline. The sunshine is very designed, and then this line goes up a little bit. The whole rotating roof feels shaped, and it is also like this, including the penetrating appearance. It's just that at the rear design, you can still see the 4-speed row system. So even if he says that this car is complied with the inquiry, it is very rich and very positive in China. Some very personalized design elements are retained. Huang said, these watches have logos, etc., all of which are black flowers, and dealing with these are all some small thoughts in the design of this car. I opened it and looked at the space. I don't think there is much problem with it. First of all, the height of this car is a little over 2.7 meters. The reason is that the space part, especially the performance of the second row, is quite good. There is no big problem for normal families to ride, including the height of the trunk, because with this kind of SUV, we can see that it is as far back as possible in a place rented from C to D degrees. More or even higher than the performance of a suitcase. What about this cover? If you put it above and fold down the rear seats, a relatively flat space will be formed. But if you put the board down, you can add some hidden O-phase space. Of course, if you feel that it is not enough lower, there will be a lot of bits and pieces of storage space and parts in this place where the spare tire is placed. For example, you can put some things that are afraid of putting around, and it will be completely okay to put them in these places. Therefore, this car pays more attention to practicality, so this is a styling design of this car. Then I think it's really better. It combines the physiology of some people who pursue forward flow design for home use or relatively powerful people to achieve a good combination. Many people say that Geely's cars, in the same level of driving, if compared, the space seems to be a little worse, but in fact you can see that the main driver in the front row of more than 2 or 7 can lean back a little further. That is, it is very sufficient to lean between the legs, as is the headspace, and there is a very large panoramic sunroof. At the same time, there is a place where the oil truck has done a very good job because its platform can be imported and lowered, and then the headspace is extra. That is, it's me. In the past, everyone said that only the floor of new energy vehicles can be leveled, but in fact your car is a little bit, which does not affect your usual level at all. This is due to the performance of some of the rear space of this car. I think it is very solid. It won't say that it has particularly big highlights, but it also has no particularly obvious shortcomings. So this is something that traditional car manufacturing pays great attention to. Anyone who is tall or short and resists thinness will feel that it is quite good to do, including talking about the length and support of the store, how good it is and how timely it is. Although he can't say that the copy degree of many cars can be adjusted backwards, for a relatively thin person like me twice, he also has a very good wrapping property. This is actually quite good on the seat. It's quite good and very thoughtful. The internal potential of the whole vehicle has really changed greatly. First of all, the previous digital screen has become At the same time, there is a car machine system from Flyme Auto. We have always talked about this car machine system before. There are two good points. The first is the responsiveness, and the second is the ecology, which is very rich. I think the three major car systems of Huawei and Xiaomi are a very powerful selling point. At the same time, its UI management is still very good. For example, if you swipe left and right, there's a small card at the bottom of the B line, and then go down. Just the dock bar, these are completely customizable. At the same time, if you want to listen to music when you open the map, there will be a small window mode. They don't affect each other, so these small details are all done very well. And there is no problem with the rest, such as voice interaction, so I believe this is a very big selling point of this car. At the same time, there is no problem with the clarity of the 2K screen at all, but the instrument is also independent. This layering is quite good. In terms of layering, in fact, the design style of the entire seat is explosive, and it is a little bit closer to the main driver. There is a front and a back. For example, if this place comes out a little, then more glove box space and legroom will flow out of the subframe. Then there will be bright black paint on the color, and then silver and finely colored inner leather. There will also be levels of detail in this color. For example, there will be wireless fast charging at 50 yards in this place, and there will be a small opening at the same time. This mouth means that you plug in your cable like this. The guide comes out. This has been considered very carefully. When I look down, there are ambient lights in the circle around the monument. The color of the ambient lights of this car is also 2 in 56 colors. If this is done at night, I believe the effect is still very good. At the same time, this block is now bling and very textured, so it should be very beautiful when played in the sun. Speaking of sunlight, its growth board is now made into a style like this, which will not catch up with your field of vision. At the same time, it will also block all the purple lines, including strong light, for you. This is a design that has a sense of design and is very practical, and there will also be a cosmetic item with lights above. So this car, you said that its price is about 100,000, but it is very, very practical for you. In terms of practical technology, whether it is ambient lighting, etc., these emotional values are also given to comparison. And after that, as far as the total range of this car is concerned, 1.5T is compared with a 7.3 dual variable. The advantage itself lies in the power level calibration. It will not accept it, and it is particularly strong. It will not pursue something at the data level like it. But what about, he is pursuing an actual calibration. I believe this car will be very easy to drive. There are still many people asking Huo and L, what is the difference between them? To be honest, there is a very clear cross-country L. He is a snake on CMA platform, so that's not so. The power options are different, but overall, the combined price of these two cars is only 100,000 to 150,000. If you work together in this category to capture the entire compact SUV market for you, almost any version you want to choose can find a very suitable answer among these two units. So this is a common method used by Chinese platforms now. I'm trying my best to use long and strange, of course now in fuel SUVs. The family sells it very, very well. So in the end, it's the price for me to buy this car again.